Be the Light, Colorado Springs. Congratulations, class of 2020. Perfect, brother. All right. We're going to go for a different view tonight. And you know what? Usually we keep the lights of the the lights of the press box off. But tonight, we're all about lights. Be the Light, Colorado Springs, to celebrate the class of 2020. Pretty cool. One of the first things that we see when we get up here on the press box is all of our lights on the auditoriums. Huge shout out to our LRS team, Media Productions, Steve Jessup and those guys have Coronado, Doherty, Mitchell, Palmer, as well as the Roy J. Wasson Academic Campus. A little light show going on the side of the buildings for those guys. Southfield lights are on. Gives us a chance to celebrate, but also gives us a chance to reflect. I'm assuming, Rex, if you can zoom in over there, I want to say that's Cheyenne Mountain High School over there.
All the way in there?
All the way over there with those lights on, which is a cool deal. I really want to tip our hats off to Mayor John Suthers and City of Colorado Springs for initiating Be the Light, Colorado Springs. Celebrate the class of 2020. Flipping the light switches at 8:20, which military time is 2020. Had an opportunity to visit with some graduates the last day or two. And that's, you know what? The kids are staying positive. The kids are excited. They've got their diploma in hand. Still got to watch a virtual graduation, which was different. I think a lot of people wondered at first, what would a virtual graduation look like? I think people were a little bit concerned about it, but I've watched bits and pieces of all four of them, of our traditional high schools, and I've got to tell you, my hat's off to you guys. You've done an amazing job, and each one has its own flair, its own feel, but you guys have done a great, fantastic job with the virtual graduations.
Thank you, Chris.
Really appreciate that. We're super excited tonight at the 50-yard line. That's Bart Bledsoe from KRDO News 13, right down there. Mr. Bledsoe appears to be a drone pilot. He's here celebrating with us, and I know KRDO is also at a couple of our high schools to check out the lights on the wall. So Be the Light, Colorado Springs, celebrating the class of 2020. It's interesting timing, I think, Rex, as we sat and spent some time today talking about the class of 2020 and preparing for our in-person graduations, and so many people that have spent time and so much effort to ensure that those graduations are going to go off. And I'm going to butcher all the who got it approved and those kind of things, our county commissioners and El Paso County Health, and it ended up on the governor's desk, and so many people, and you know, our superintendents of the Colorado Springs region, the Pikes Peak region, that worked collaboratively to make sure that we had a plan to ultimately honor kids. When you start to think about what kids go through from the time they're kindergartners and all of the different milestones, I have a son that is a fifth grader, going to be a sixth grader. And we did the parade at Martinez Elementary this week, which was super cool and super exciting and those kind of things. And, you know, yes, it was a little bit sad we didn't get to do that continuation, but, you know, he's ready for middle school. He's ready to get get on to the next thing. But you know, when you start to think about some of the biggest milestones in our life, most of us will remember those high school graduations. And so I don't know how long it's been. I know that I've been in District 11 for 26 years now. And for as long as I can remember, you know, our graduations have been at the Colorado Springs World Arena, the Broadmoor World Arena. And this year, we're going to be 1990. Nope, because I was a 91 grad. And I was supposed to graduate from Gary Berry Stadium. And so as the message I'm going to send out to our graduates is even though a pandemic has kind of butchered our graduation, you know, even back in 1991, we had issues. We were supposed to graduate here from Gary Berry Stadium, and it rained all night long. All night long. And this was back when this was a grass field, and so we didn't get to graduate. I graduated from Mitchell. We didn't get to graduate from Gary Berry. We graduated from Earp's Gym down at Palmer High School. And we could only bring 2 guests with us. So yes, my aunts and uncles from Texas were here, and my grandparents, and everybody was here to celebrate and those kind of things. But the only people that could go watch me graduate were my mom and dad down at Earp's Gym. And so it was very different, and it was kind of a goofy feeling. But you know what? We made do, and we have a story about it. And we still got to celebrate with our family. And some of the things I've seen out there on social media and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those kind of things is, you know what? People are figuring out a different way to celebrate. And I think this is pretty awesome, especially for the city to celebrate for 1 hour with all of our graduates. It's not just about D11 tonight. It's about the seniors, the graduating class of 2020, all of Colorado Springs. And I just really tip my hat off to our government folks and say thank you. So it's a pretty cool show over there. Really cool. Yeah, it'll be even more, it'll even pop more. Hey, that's not the Batman logo, is it? We don't need Batman showing up. You know, we had to, earlier tonight, we had to run a group of kids off of our south field. They jumped the fence and they were trying to play soccer. And, you know, it put more things into perspective because the kids said, "Sir, we're just looking for a place to play." We know how bad people want to get back to it. We know how bad people want weight rooms and gyms and fields, and we want to get back. But you know, one thing that I've been thinking about, Rex, is all of the, how much more we're going to appreciate sport when we get back. How much more we're going to appreciate being able to go into an auditorium and watch Cinderella, and watch Oklahoma, and watch The Sound of Music. I think it's going to bring us a different perspective and I think a different appreciation when we do get back. So, cool. So as I reflect on tonight, I just can't help but think that we're going to be back. We're going to be back better. And I know that I'm that guy that's always, the glass is half full. But I have a gut feeling that things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. So to the class of 2020, we do celebrate you tonight. We recognize you tonight. We also want to thank you. You know, we've had so many people on our Be the Light Colorado special, 7 different episodes. We had a lot of folks out there, board members and those kind of things. And I have to tell you, as much as I enjoyed those nights, my favorite night was the night that we had the seniors. They were just great kids. Ariel from Achieve Online, and Julia from Palmer, and Anna from Coronado, and Michaela from Doherty, and then Wilson from Mitchell. Just great kids. And you know what? They being around them, you couldn't help but smile and just know that our future is going to be okay when you have kids like that that are going to lead. And so you're almost there, class of 2020. I think most of you probably have your diplomas in hand by now. If you haven't been officially declared or officially named graduates, you will be soon. And I just want to send a shout out to you, June 22nd through the 26th. We're really, really, really excited that you're going to be back at Gary Berry Stadium. I can't think of a better place for us to do our in-person graduations this year. This place is D11. This place has been D11 since 1959. Gary Berry opened 1959. Gary Berry was a district athletic director for District 11. And so we're kind of pumped up that we're going to be bringing the graduates back in. Matter of fact, I do believe, if you want to give them a sneak peek there, Mr. Rex, I believe this is sort of our vantage point, is it not?
There will be one angle from here, and we will see them. I believe it was decided.
It was officially, yes, officially decided.
There are chairs on the field.
Chairs on the field, and we're going to go from the 30 to the 30. We'll put our stage right down here at the 50 ballpark, and we're going to announce some names. And I think that's going to give new meaning to the class of 2020. So, as we wrap up our little bit tonight, again, we want to send a huge shout out to the class of 2020. We want to send a best wishes. We can't wait to see you here in 4 weeks, in essence. I think we've got 4 weeks, and then we're going to have everybody here at the stadium, and we can't wait to see you. And as we've said for the last 7 or 8 weeks,